Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Got that voice in the 90 percentile. So basically my voice, if it was in NFL, is not questionable, not doubtful, but I am playing probable, baby. Yes, and I'm probably going to get through this show without messing up too much. I got the gum out now because some of y'all in them comments stupid. Said, man, I heard you saying something. I loved your point. Then I heard a big smack. You over there chomping on that medicinal gum. Yeah, had to do it, y'all. And it's going to happen every now and then because of the vocal cord surgery and the acid reflux and growing up broke and getting misdiagnosed and not diagnosed at all. Yeah, that's my life. All is good. Like this show. It's about to be good. Let's get it started with what's up with that dude. All right, I got the bug officially. Yes, I am right now in the works of becoming a pickleball champion, right? Y'all the first to hear it. Y'all first, Courtney just said, oh boy. All right, y'all the second to hear it because Courtney already is off. All right, so when I have my pickleball championship party, you're going to be in the back, girl, way in the back. Nah, it's all love, man. I love this sport because the old folks could play with the youngsters. Grandma could play with her grandson and go out there and get it. Dudes like me, beat up, retired. Oh, NFL, it hurt. I love you, but damn it, what'd you do to my body? Now, I could play some pickleball. Not amazing yet, I can't lie, but yesterday I had a few friends over, just doing it as a social setting once or twice a week. Had the cats over, and especially cats who don't know each other so they could break bread, get to know each other. Hey, we all out here, got families, wives, girlfriends, kids. Let me stop. So the point is, all of us kicking it together, man, and just trying to build relationships and build some business as well. As I've been approached by several entities to really be a part of what they're doing in pickleball. And we know LeBron's into it, Drew Brees is into it, Tom Brady's into it. So a lot of our famous athletes, a lot of our favorite athletes are doing it. So now your boy, that dude, is on a mission to finally get that championship trophy that eluded me. It eluded me for 10 years of my NFL experience. But in pickleball, no. My ass is going to get me a championship. What else I do yesterday? I started the movie Air. Yes, I finally got tired of being that guy who said, oh, you saw Air? And they say no. Did you? And I say no. And I'm like, why are we talking about Air then? It seemed like everybody was talking about Air. And everybody I asked, did they see it? They said no. It's one of those movies that I think off the commercial, once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, so Sonny Vaccaro's going to go find Michael Jordan, bet on him. Nobody else wanted to bet on Nike. And then all of a sudden they make all this money. You're kind of right? I haven't finished the movie. I'm halfway through it, but it's in the details, the particulars that I love about this movie so far. It's glossy, though. It ain't dark. It ain't deep. It ain't documentary. They're just following the steps that actually occurred way back in 1984. So far, so good. But I saw a documentary pre-pandemic, and y'all help me if y'all saw this one. I was at the Grove in LA, and it was one of these private premieres. And I don't know if it went mainstream. That's why I need y'all help. And I was sauced up, so I don't remember none of it. It's stupid. But I'm watching the documentary, and it was more about breakdancing and the rap culture and how that influenced Michael Jordan and Nike to become what it was. It was almost like a Spike Lee joint. I think it was. And Spike Lee, let me over here, conjecture. I think it was Spike Lee. Basically, it was infused with a lot of the hip hop culture that made Michael Jordan different than any other endorser out there. Okay, so if y'all know what that is, please hit me up in the comments because I've been hitting the head too many times. I forgot. Last thing is, y'all better be ready for this new show format. We over here working, and when Courtney believes in me, not in pickleball, but in actually doing the show, you know, she's making this stuff work. And her and Michael, we're making this work. So the new show format is going to be y'all as the co-host with me. So you better become members, right? You better be in Wiley's world. You better be a part of this show because I'm going to need y'all. Now we going to have some fun because y'all think I'm stupid right now. Y'all think I'm crazy right now. Wait till somebody else is here to beat up on. That's my favorite skill right there. I got a muscle that can punch back at anybody in any comment. So looking forward to just talking sports with you instead of just at you. Now, speaking of something else that's new in the NFL, let's get this show started. What's new next season? Well, debuting in Baltimore will be the Ravens' new offense. And Lamar Jackson is already expecting to run less and throw more. Oh, wow. It's 2023. A quarterback's going to throw the ball, actually. Wow. It don't take no damn analytics. It don't take no deep understanding of football to know that it has always been better to throw the ball than run the ball. Why? Let me give it to you simply. When we're on defense, there are 13 of us. Yeah, I said 13. A lot of y'all don't know football like I know football. Y'all just saying, I only see 11 dudes, man. What are you talking about 13, bruh? And I'm like, dog, count the sidelines. Because if you run out of bounds, oh, that helps us on defense, right? Both sides. So it's 13 defenders, right? And then on offense, it's 11 guys out there. Woo! What are those 11 guys got to go through when you run the ball? When you run the ball, first of all, that ball, you talking about we turn into heat-seeking missiles. All we want is ball. See ball, get ball, right? See color, hit color. Like, it's funny. When you playing football for real, especially at the highest level, because we've all been highly trained to do this, like the Navy SEALs of football. Oh, you see that ball, you will forget everything else in your life. How much you make, how many kids you got, your limbs, your extremity. You see the ball on the ground. I mean, you talking about pit bulls and Rottweilers just, and that's just for the ball, right? That's when you run the ball. All of us are coming at you like that. That is the dynamic. So if you run the ball up the middle, you got 2 D tackles, DNs crashing in, linebackers coming up, safeties trying to come up too, and the corners are chilling because the corners, every team, the corners are like, nah, dog, y'all can handle that. Let me know if y'all don't tackle them. I might be available. But everybody's coming in to kill you. In passing, what happens? Oh, it's so pretty. They block, they protect. They don't say that in running. They don't protect. They like, dog, good luck. They protect. And then it's the quarterback sitting back there like, you trying to get to me, but you can't. Like that fine girl at the club, like everybody want to get her, can't get my number. And then it's some skinny dudes way over there and way over there. And they all skinny together. And they just running. And you can't touch me, it's 5 yards. You can't touch me, it's 5 yards. And then you just throw the ball with no resistance except air pressure. And that's what happens. So Lamar Jackson is saying basically, oh man, we're going to do less of that and more of that. It's going to work out. I ain't do none of this story right now, but Todd Monken's the new offensive coordinator. It's going down. We know that Lamar is the most prolific running quarterback in NFL history, at least up to these 5 years that he's had, because he has the most rushing yards. 1,200 more rushing yards than Cam Newton. Damn. And they're 16-1 when he rushes for 90 or more yards. Well, we're going to test that record for when he throws for 300 or more yards, because that's what's happening. New offense is coming. No more Greg Roman, who was first in rushing attempts and second to last in passing attempts. Lamar is smiling. I think it will work. Here's his quote. I got to get it out. Courtney mad at me. You can change things when you want to. You see the defense and it's not looking right to you. You can see some guys blitzing. You might want your receiver to do something different. Coach is giving you the freedom, to do whatever you want. He can do whatever he wants in this new offense. Pump for it. I think it's going to work because Lamar Jackson can throw. Don't forget, he led the league in passing touchdowns before. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, oh man, it's your boy. About to talk about Morant. They had to go check on him after some social media posts. They're like, yo, you all right? You all good? Let's talk about how good he is right now. Next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley, thanking you for your viewership, Brinks TV, Reach TV, and for your membership, YouTube, Wiley's World. So, you get this. Somebody told me this is fresh. Okay, I believe you then. This is dope now, right? Look at this old school Buffalo Bills. I ain't see enough names, so I'm sticking with O.J. Simpson jersey, Wiley edition. So get ready for this on Friday. Free swag ways. That's what I'm going to do. And we also got our new show format coming up. Lots of changes going down. All right, let's get into this story about Ja Morant, where the police conduct welfare check on Grizzlies' Ja Morant after social media posts. Y'all catch that, right? Man, they are watching Ja Morant. He is monitored, brother. He sent out a post and deleted it, and they still went to check on him. Let's talk through it. Police in Tennessee conducted a welfare check. Now, I know he got money. He ain't on welfare. Let me stop. On Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant following a cryptic message. Depends on if he's from LA or not, especially all this banging and all this gun stuff. Cryptic messages on his Instagram account with officials telling people that he's just taking a break from social media. You went to check on him because he's taking a break from social media. Got to connect these dots. All right, so Morant posted and then deleted messages and pictures to social media saying, quote, "Love your ma," with a blue heart emoji. "Love your pops," blue heart emoji. Oh, that cryptic. There you go, crypt. "You the greatest, baby girl," blue heart emoji. I thought hearts were red. "And love ya." And then he followed those with a post that simply said, "Bye." The public information officer for the Shelby County Sheriff's Office confirmed that officers went to Morant's home on Wednesday to check on him. And he is fine. Interesting. Let's give a little more backstory to this before I dive in. Morant left the Grizzlies. Remember that? He had the counseling in March. I think it was only like a day and a half after he was holding a gun and intoxicated at a Denver nightclub when the Grizzlies were in town to play the Nuggets. All right, and then he got the 8-game suspension. And then he said he was going to be more responsible, more smarter. We're going to leave it alone, y'all know. And staying away from all the bad decisions. Okay, a lot of off-the-court incidents with Ja Morant this year, especially when they were looking to give Ja Morant the keys to the NBA. Like, they were looking at him like, yo, you got next. Because it was LeBron James, obviously, and then so many people trying to raise their hand. Jason Tatum comes to mind, right? You would want to say Jokic, but he doesn't even get enough love for how great he is now, so how's that going to work? Giannis, but it was like Ja Morant, especially after the Kyrie situation. Kyrie was never going to get the keys because he's just a different cat, but his game deserved the keys. Whew. But when that went down and Nike said, okay, we're going to take your shoe off, give it to Ja Morant, oh, you thought Ja Morant was going to take those keys and roll out. Instead, he crashed right now, right? So now they're checking on him to make sure his welfare is okay. Now, this was interesting about this. One, like I said, the surveillance of him. Just to see him post something, delete it, and that triggers something within law enforcement right now, right? They watching his ass like Kim Kardashian or something, like watching his ass like Megan Thee Stallion, like, remember that dude, that baseball player, that little fake pinky down there? Like they watching Ja Morant's every move. That lets you know two things. One, woo, they don't trust you, big dog, and you have earned their lack of trust. But two, that you are worth something. And this is the part I want to really focus in on. Because a lot of times people get mad when somebody's giving them too much attention. That's investment. Coach always yelling at me. Coach always tripping. Every time I do something, he jump on me. When you do something, he don't even trip. Did you just hear what you just said? Coach give a damn about you. Other kid, we're going to work on him. Maybe he's sorry. Probably is. In this world right now, especially because of the NBA and what they tried to do with Ja Morant, people are taking notice to you. Take that love and run with it. Or in this situation, drive away with the keys, smooth sailing. All right, so we look at Ja Morant in that respect. But it's something really going on here because you got to look at it for Ja Morant. What kind of Q&A did they have? Questionnaire did they have? How do they show up to your door after being suspicious of some social media posts and then walk away and say, nah, he fine? Like, we're all actors. We're all acting in this play called life, for real. Because none of us are keeping it 100. As much as I keep it 100, I don't tell you everything. You want to know why? Because I can't say everything. Because that is too much of anything. And I will not go there because y'all will be mad, not so much at me, but boy, do I know some stuff too. So no one goes 100. We go all to 99.9, right? And in this situation, if Ja Morant, he's acting to some degree. To what degree is the question? Oh, I'm fine, I'm good. But it's weird. I think that he posted that in an elastic language. That's what they call it. Politicians talk about it. Elastic language. You ever stretch what you're saying so it could be actually construed different ways? It could be construed the right way, misconstrued the wrong way, right? It's called elastic language. You try to appease both sides. Like you got one audience saying, ain't nothing wrong with Ja Morant. He's just saying love to his family. Damn, why don't y'all leave him alone? Then you got another audience saying, oh, why is he saying bye? Is everything okay? Ja Morant, oh, these short messages to his loved ones. Why? You see that? And both of them are right. And that's the beauty of this. It's called elastic language in this. So Ja Morant, I wonder why he chose to do just that. You know, this may be a whisper of something more that may be yelling inside of Ja Morant. That's what I'm questioning. Is this a cry for help? Or is this just simply, why y'all looking into every single detail, every single little thing I do? I remember the late, great, my teammate and friend, Junior Seau, when he had his cries out for help. Not comparing the two, just telling you this is how it goes. In this situation, when it was talking about Junior Seau, Junior was in a different mindset, looking different in terms of mental complexion. And then remember the time when he ran off the road accidentally, right? And that led obviously to other situations and inevitably his death. All I'm saying is be careful, guys, because you may be right on that side, but they may be right on the other side as well. Hopefully, truthfully, Ja Morant is okay. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is doing the same thing, talking to both sides. He's talking about money and he's talking about legacy. And they actually go together, and they go together well when Patrick Mahomes is wearing it. Let's talk through that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reeds TV. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. Thanking you for your viewership. Brinks TV, Reeds TV, membership, Wiley's World, YouTube, and this jersey, straight out of Jersey. Look at this, number 75 for your Buffalo Bills, Marcellus Wiley. Yeah, and I'm going to sign it. The only D I ever got in grade school growing up was in handwriting. So when I give you this autograph, trust me, it is actually from me. It just looks like scribble, scrabble right there. All right, man, we got to talk some ball right here because Patrick Mahomes, what's up, Holmes? Priority is legacy and winning rings, not money. Okay, sounds like a 1A, 1B, I hope, because if he's saying 1 and 2, like he came into the game talking about legacy first and winning second and money third. I don't believe that, but y'all listen to him and then tell me what y'all believe. All right, ever since signing what at the time was the richest contract in NFL history, told y'all I didn't believe him. What the hell? And now the priority is legacy and winning rings. You got that money first, though, didn't you? Damn it. Yeah, you did. All right, let me stop. I just joke seriously about all these cats that always got to say stuff to pander to our fans and say, I don't want money. I just want to play for free. Well, maybe a couple dollars, but let me get the richest contract in history and then talk about how much I really need to win. All right, and that's not Patrick Mahomes, but let's just talk through it. All right, so now since he signed that richest contract in NFL history, he's watched his annual pay slip from number 1 to number 7 among the league's quarterbacks. Mahomes indicated that after the Chiefs concluded their first week of off-season practice, which he attended, that he didn't care that this development was occurring. Quote, I've always said I worry about legacy and winning rings more than making money at this moment. See, this is my problem. I'm a literalist. Like when I listen, I really listen to every syllable, right? I'm almost counting how many vowels in the word that you're speaking. Seriously, that's how I listen. I talk a lot, but I listen more. People have always said that they really know me. Listen to this sentence again. I've always said I worry about legacy and winning rings more than making money at this moment. Y'all get the time shifting right there, right? That's what I'm talking about. We see what's going on around the league, but at the same time, I'll never do anything that's going to hurt us from keeping the great players around me. So it's kind of teetering around that line. Now we getting somewhere. Admit that both forces are fighting. And boy, it's hard to balance it out. That's what's going on with Patrick Mahomes. All right, love all of that. Signed that 10-year extension, $450 million, which at the time was the biggest contract in sports history, certainly football, of course. And I was sitting there like, because I knew his agent as well. I worked with Lee Steinberg. And I was like, that's not the best deal. 10-450, I was like, take a shorter deal, play around with the cap a little bit, and more than that, ensure that you're going to be happy throughout the duration of this and for the team's security's sake, even though Patrick Mahomes is a monster, maybe the GOAT, certainly the baby GOAT in the making. Can we see how this goes every 4-year cycle, not 10 years? So I knew they were going to come back to this place sooner or later because 10 years is just too damn long. The baseball players start telling everyone, hey, don't sign them long deals unless you know you're not going to be able to live up to it at the end. Sign a long deal if you know I only got 3-4 more years of this level and then I'm going to dip down. Yes, sign a long-term deal so they can lock you in. That's what the baseball players told me. That's what the baseball players told everybody. But if you know you're going to go tilt it, don't do all that, dog. It's going to be the money's going to keep going up. All right. So now they're going to address this. General Manager Brett Veach, who I love, great dude, I said they're going to sweeten the deal and they're going to make it happen. Now, this is what Mahomes said, which I really like. You just want to do whatever to not hurt other quarterbacks financially. Build this thing up collectively. Whenever their contracts come up, you want to keep the bar pushing higher. It's not about being the highest paid guy. It's not about making a ton of money. I made enough money where I'll be set for the rest of my life. Excuse me. But at the same time, you got to find that line where you're making a good amount of money, but you're still keeping a lot of great players around you so you can win these Super Bowls and able to compete in these games, okay? If you look at the greats in the league, they find that right spot where they're getting paid a lot of money, but at the same time, keeping a lot of these great players around. I understand you look at the team and you got guys like Chris Jones, you got Snead, Travis Kelce, all these guys that you need to keep around you to have these great teams. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. You see how hard it is for him to double dutch this? Like every sentence got to have both sides. Instead of just saying purely, I like money. End of that sentence. Now, I love winning. End of that sentence. Y'all figure it out. You know why? Because owners like money and they like winning. But guess what? They don't have to tug of war them. They don't have to balance them out. They don't have to fight those forces. You know what's interesting about the salary cap? It's one of the greatest psych jobs, yes, and experiments in modern time. They have now basically conditioned athletes to think, even the best athletes, the most important position, to think less than their full value of themselves while maximizing the opportunity. Yes, you got to take less for your team to do more. Meanwhile, the owner sits back and says, I don't have to make that decision. I don't have to make that choice. No dilemma here. And if that lands on my lap, I'll make those small Pepsis at the game go from $7 to $12. Simple as that. But I'm not picking a side. I want my money and I want to win. Athletes. Woo! We need to get stronger and say what we really mean. But it's all love. I love Mahomes because how can you hate the results, man? But it's just sad a little bit to hear this man have to double dutch, even in something that he has made a reality, which was his dream of playing ball. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, Pat McAfee. What are you doing? You trying to take my dogs? Max Kellerman, woosah. Max Kellerman may be losing his time slot in the show because Pat McAfee wanted to put on the Mickey ears. Let's talk through that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reed's TV. Oh, you know I got my boys back. I got Max back, dog. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley, thanking you for your viewership on Brinks TV and Reach TV and your membership on YouTube and Wiley's World, where you can get a jersey like me. Nate Dogg version right here, baby, 75. Woo, that's a dope number. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I hate this number. I don't really think it's that fresh. I just like single odd numbers. So 7 and 5 are single digit odd numbers. Together, 75, I don't think they're that fresh. But Howie Long wore it, so it made me say I had to wear it. Plus, I played in the NFL, you had to wear 70s or 90s, so I didn't have that many options for y'all. I grew up number 3, number 5, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a running back. I digress. Now, let's talk about who's number 1 right now. One. Pat McAfee, good Lord. And if you ain't Pat McAfee right now, move, bitch. Get out the way. Include my boy Max Kellerman. That's what it looks like right now. As reports are, he's going to take Max's slot on ESPN. Max Kellerman's Just In TV show, you guys watch it, could be the first victim of ESPN's big bucks and Pat McAfee hire. That's what they're saying. They're going to pave the way for the addition of the Pat McAfee show by canceling Kellerman's weekday afternoon program. All right, so they're also looking to trim, as they say, $30 million in salary by the end of June. Those working on NFL and NBA coverage will be hardest hit. Let's talk about that. $30 million. It's not hard to figure out who's going to go and what's going to happen. Okay. If Stephen A makes 12, and that's the most, and then second was like Greenberg at like 6, 8, that means a lot of cats. Think about it. If nobody else is making over 6, so we say 5. If it's $5 million each of y'all, we're taking 6 of y'all. But all of them ain't making $5 million. Third place is $5 million maybe. Fourth place ain't 5. So then it's going to be more. And if a cat's making 800,000, cat's making 500,000, some of them cats over there, oh, they're going to have to take more of you guys to make up the difference. Because they ain't getting rid of Stephen A., so that 12 ain't coming. They ain't getting rid of Greenberg, so there's that 6. They're going to have to go from $5 million down and find $30 million. That gives you the number and quantity of people about to get the axe. It's going down. I've talked to a few cats over there, and most of them obviously are a little apprehensive, anxieties in the air. A couple of them actually, because you know you get paid in the media. You sue, or they just going to give you your money in media. This is some guaranteed contract stuff, right? So a couple cats I talked to was like, dawg, I hope they ask me. I'm going to get that money, and then I can move on and do what I want to do. I was like, that's one way to play it. So interesting. And it's funny, I was in New York not too long ago for my daughter's graduation, obviously, and Max and I played, like, try to hook up games. But I didn't want to put Max on the hook for going to my daughter's graduation or those type of festivities. And I had my 7-year-old boy with me. So I was like, what can Max and I do with a 7-year-old that got a curfew, which is, Daddy. He was just passing out every night. He was just up too late. And then my daughter and her 21-year-old little friends with they forever 21 heels on. I'm like, Max, I'll find you next time, Don. We could do it the adult way. So all love right there. What else is going on in this story? Because I think this is very interesting. They are announcing that McAfee will be starting this fall. Obviously, the show's coming with YouTube, not leaving YouTube, because YouTube's still going to be a part of it. And McAfee's pumped. We know his comments before about how he feels like he's the next thing in sports talk because the execs are telling him he's the next thing in sports talk. That's why they're doing it. And I must agree. All right, so there's the slot right here. We're going to have Get Up, First Take, Sports Center at noon, and then you have McAfee, then Malika Andrews and NBA Today. Then Laura Rutledge's NFL Live. All right, that's going to be the lineup right there. McAfee still be on game day and will narrate the telecasts on the alternative versions of ESPN broadcasts. So don't trip too hard on Max Kellerman as of right now. The dude still got gigs at ESPN. He's still on the show, co-hosting their radio show in the morning with Keyshawn, my dog, Jay Will, my dog, and Max. So they have that morning weekday radio show. And then they also got him, Max on boxing, so he does the boxing coverage as well. Now, just to finish this out, to do my job, he was on First Take, we know, before he got this just in. Before that, he was on Sports Nation with me. He was on Max and Marcellus with me. And he was the original. I don't know if y'all know this. This is a fun fact. The OG host of Around the Horn, not Rinaldi. It's my boy Max Kellerman, right? So Around the Horn started with Max Kellerman. Ain't that something? So here's the thing. Was this a good move by ESPN? And Max, do you guys even watch the show? And if you watch the show, how much do you like the show? Do you love the show? And then ask yourself, is it a better show than the Pat McAfee show? And then you can probably say that about all the ESPN shows. Is it a better show than Pat McAfee show? I think I know what that response is going to be. But this isn't about that. Because Max Kellerman, it's funny, when he first left to go to First Take, and, you know, this is a real one. Max a real one. That's my dog. Max, as soon as he got the call, he like, bruh, they hollering at your boy to go back home and do it big. I said, what's that? And he told me, First Take, and doing it with Stephen A, and going back to New York. Because Max moved to L.A. to do the show with me and to get himself back going to the places where he is now. And I was like, dog, purse. Purse, go get that dough. You're gonna go and get that dough. So he went back, and obviously everything else has happened. What about Max now? Radio show. Would they cut Max from his TV show and his radio show? Which would mean why you got him there just to do the boxing show, which is third place in terms of his impact and effect on the brand? I don't think Max is losing a radio show. I don't think Max is losing the boxing show. I think this is probably going to be a squeeze play, though. They're going to be like, the elbow's going to be out when they grab this rebound. Okay, we got McAfee in here. Max, move with that just in. This just in got to go. Max, you know what else got to go? You ever heard of Patrick Mahomes and how he doesn't want to take as much money because when he takes so much money, you know, it's hard for everyone else to win, right? They might come at Max with a haircut. I mean, if you take this just in off, because obviously it was probably in part given to him to justify the cost of him doing First Take and now just doing what? Was he doing radio then? So they're like, dog, we're going to have to give you something else to make sure you justify getting that money. But now that's off the table. And we got worldwide cutbacks. Max, can I get some of that back? I bet that's what's happening. Even if I know what's happening, I'm doing my job right now. I ain't gonna tell y'all. So stop, don't press me. Do I think these changes are gonna help or hurt the brand? Because I know that there's some backlash for McAfee, but there's backlash for anything you do in this world, including saying, I love the sun. Oh, you don't like nighttime? You don't like it when it's dark? You're like, God dang. People, you want some ketchup. People are like, oh, you hate mustard? You're like, woo. So don't measure things by backlash. That's so 80s of you. Oh, they're critical. People don't think like they did in the 80s. They don't take time. They don't read the whole paper. They just read the headlines, right? So now you're in a world where is there going to be the pushback that actually leads to metrics suggesting this was a bad move? I just know I'm excited to see McAfee in this new version because it can't be the same. He's already said the F-bomb's going to stay behind me. I'm going to get into this the same way. I think the spirit of who he is and what they got going is going to be dope. But I have heard people say enough of they don't like that he left because the reason they even found him is because they left ESPN. You catch that? I left ESPN. I found Pat McAfee. That's my boo. That's my baby. And now my baby going back to my ex. But I left my ex, so I ain't going back to her either. That's where people are. That's an interesting lane. I wonder what the volume of that lane is because obviously I've heard it a lot, and I'm sure he has as well. Hopefully he doesn't wear it, and he goes out there and does his thing. For my boy Max, dude too smart, man. He been in the game longer than me. Dude too smart. You can't keep him down. You can't keep him away. He's going to find his way. If it's not still with the boxing still, with Jay Will and Keyshawn, it's going to be something else in there. But I do know one thing about Max, that dude about his dough. So it's going to be funny to see how these reports go if they say, we take away your show. Max probably like, cool, I go work less and get the same. But if they try to take his dough, watch my boy. I know this fool. He about to act up. Coming up next on, hold on. Don't do that. Let's get into a Wileyism. What am I doing? I'm excited. We got to get into this Wileyism. Damn, I was just about to go to commercial. No, the show is almost over. Nothing will work unless you do. Oh, that's a good one. Damn. Did I write that? Hell yeah. Nothing will work unless you do. Damn it. I don't care what you over there thinking about. Oh man, it's the best idea I ever had, homie. Oh, I'm gonna kill him with this one. Boy, when I was in the league, cats used to go to me, man, I'm about to hurt him with this one. I'm gonna kill him with this one. I'm like, you better do some work too. It ain't just, okay, this idea is amazing. What's the business plan? How we gonna execute? What the team look like? What's the funding? All right, monetary. Like, we gotta talk through this, bruh. You know, and cats are like, oh, I thought I was just gonna hurt him with this one. This idea is sick. And that's why a lot of guys run into trouble. So whatever you're into, you know what it is. Nothing will work unless you do, because it's biblical once again. Damn it, the Bible got a lot of stuff right. All the other books too, but I only read the Bible. Faith without action is death. You ain't got to be religified to just be like, yeah, that's real. You can't be believing in something that don't work. No action. And talking about, oh, it's going to work. Nah, that's death. Even God said it. Old Testament God was gangster. So he was like, nah, death. He didn't even say it's not going to work. New Testament God would say, faith without action, it might not work. Old Testament, death. So y'all better go out there and get it. Don't just think about it. Be about it. Nothing will work unless you do. Now, that will do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. My ass trying to go somewhere. I got meetings. Oh, man, love you guys out there. Somebody support OJ and get this jersey. Let me stop. The Wiley's World member right here, the old school AFL version. My rookie year jersey. I'm going to hook y'all up, man. Pump for you guys to keep going on this ride with your boy. Love you. See you in those comments and see you tomorrow. Hey.